Dave Chappelle left tens of millions of dollars on the table when he walked away from his popular Comedy Central show. A lot of people wondered what the hell was he thinking. That's a quote. Chappelle says he had, or whether he was thinking. A lot of people ask that question. Chappelle says he had a crisis of conscience and stood up for his integrity as an artist. He explained to us how stepping out of the spotlight helped him avoid getting caught in a trap.
Dave Chappelle has long been celebrated for his unapologetic style of comedy, tackling controversial topics with wit and audacity. However, his sharp commentary on sensitive cultural and social issues has drawn significant criticism, especially from the LGBTQ+ community. From his bold remarks about trans identity to his critiques of woke culture, Chappelle's comedic approach has sparked fierce debates about free speech, satire, and societal boundaries. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. The provocation of woke culture. Chappelle has never shied away from critiquing what he calls the woke mob. He has repeatedly mocked the rigidity of woke ideologies, claiming that art and comedy are inherently meant to challenge societal norms. In one of his stand-up routines, Chappelle quipped, "The rule is, no matter what you do in your artistic expression, you are never ever allowed to upset the alphabet people." This direct jab at the LGBTQ+ community drew both applause and outrage, reflecting the divisive nature of his humor. Through his comedy, Chappelle critiques the idea of collective identity within the LGBTQ+ community. All those letters are their own movement, he jokes. They just travel in the same car together. This metaphor, while humorous to some, underscores his skepticism about grouping diverse identities under a single umbrella, a sentiment that resonates with his broader critique of woke culture. Trans identity, a comedy flashpoint. One of the most controversial aspects of Chappelle's comedy is his commentary on trans individuals. He has repeatedly highlighted his discomfort and confusion with the concept, using humor as a medium to express his perspective. In a bit referencing Caitlyn Jenner, he joked, "Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year, her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat every woman in Detroit. She's better than all of you." Chappelle's critique stems from his perception of societal contradictions, particularly around the redefinition of gender. While he acknowledges the complexities of trans identity, his punchlines often highlight his personal struggle to reconcile these changes with traditional views of gender and biological realities. A recurring theme in Chappelle's stand-up is the concept of gender as a biological fact. "Every human being on Earth had to pass through the legs of a woman to be here," he declares, emphasizing his belief in the immutability of biological sex. Such statements have incited backlash, with critics accusing him of being insensitive to the lived experiences of trans individuals.
I'm going to change my style of comedy. I have been offensive to too many people, and them days are over. Like, and please don't get mad, like sometimes I hear my act and I might do a white voice.
Chappelle, however, insists that his jokes are not meant to attack but to provoke thought. By blending humor with controversial commentary, he forces his audience to confront uncomfortable truths, even at the risk of alienating some viewers. The cancel culture critique. Chappelle's critique of cancel culture is as relentless as his commentary on trans issues. He describes it as a society-wide obsession with finding faults in others, particularly celebrities. "If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm going to take everything away from you," he said, mimicking what he perceives as the mindset of the cancel culture audience. Through his storytelling, Chappelle draws parallels between cancel culture and societal conformity. He challenges the notion that individuals must adhere to a specific set of beliefs to avoid public scrutiny. In doing so, he positions himself as a defender of free expression, even when it invites controversy. The Jim Carrey comparison. One of Chappelle's more elaborate routines involves a story about meeting actor Jim Carrey during the filming of Man on the Moon. Carrey's deep immersion into his role as Andy Kaufman left Chappelle both amused and bewildered. Using this anecdote as a springboard, Chappelle transitions into his thoughts on trans identity, comparing Carrey's method acting to the way trans individuals embody their gender identity. While the analogy drew laughter from the audience, it also highlighted Chappelle's struggle to fully understand trans experiences. His commentary, though comedic, underscores a broader societal challenge, bridging the gap between traditional views and evolving understandings of identity. Rachel Dolezal and racial appropriation. Chappelle has also taken aim at Rachel Dolezal, a white woman who identified as black and served as an NAACP chapter president. His critique of Dolezal reflects his broader disdain for what he perceives as appropriation of identities. "I just wanted to have dinner with her so I could look in her eyes and call her a B to her face," he joked, adding that her claims were far less believable than those of trans individuals. This comparison highlights Chappelle's nuanced perspective. While he remains skeptical of some aspects of trans identity, he acknowledges their sincerity in ways he does not extend to individuals like Dolezal. The intersection of comedy and social commentary. Chappelle's comedy often blurs the line between humor and social critique. His storytelling style allows him to tackle complex issues with a blend of sarcasm and sincerity, leaving audiences both entertained and unsettled. However, his detractors argue that his jokes perpetuate harmful stereotypes and reinforce societal prejudices. One example is his commentary on sports and gender equality. Chappelle imagines a scenario where basketball star LeBron James transitions to female and dominates the WNBA, scoring 840 points a game. While intended as a humorous exaggeration, the joke underscores his skepticism about the inclusion of trans athletes in gender-specific sports. The pronoun debate. Chappelle has also waded into the debate over pronouns, mocking the practice of using personalized pronouns. "If I put on an Argyle sweater and say, 'I feel like a white guy in this sweater and I want respect and a bank loan,' that's not gonna work," he quips, using humor to express his confusion with the concept. While some view this as a lighthearted take on a complex issue, others see it as dismissive of the struggles faced by non-binary individuals. Chappelle's approach, however, remains consistent. He uses comedy as a lens to explore societal changes, even if it means courting controversy. Audience reactions and media backlash. Chappelle's unapologetic style has polarized audiences. While many applaud his courage to speak on taboo topics, others criticize his perceived insensitivity. Despite calls for boycotts and cancellations, Chappelle continues to sell out shows, demonstrating the enduring appeal of his brand of comedy. For Chappelle, the backlash is a price worth paying. He believes that comedy should push boundaries and challenge societal norms, even if it means risking his reputation. "I can't stop telling jokes about these things," he admits, highlighting his commitment to his craft. Dave Chappelle remains one of the most polarizing figures in modern comedy. His willingness to tackle controversial topics, from trans identity to cancel culture, has sparked widespread debates about the role of comedy in society. While his critics accuse him of perpetuating harmful stereotypes, his supporters argue that his humor sheds light on uncomfortable truths. In a world increasingly defined by political correctness, Chappelle's unapologetic approach serves as a reminder of comedy's power to provoke thought and spark conversation. Whether loved or loathed, Dave Chappelle continues to challenge societal norms, leaving audiences to grapple with the complexities of his comedy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Don't forget to like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Check out our other videos for more fascinating content, and we'll see you in the next one.